Alright, yoga from home. It is December 7th. Time is 11:57. Let's get started. Yoga. First things first, warm up. Feet shoulder width apart. Arms up. Squats. Let's go. Let's finish up strong. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Squat low still. Sunrise Tai Chi is next. Start this class up. Let's try to fix this corner up real quick. I've been wanting to do this for a while now. I'm gonna get to the point where I can. Yeah. Okay, time for class. Okay, what are we doing next?
Hi, welcome. This is Maggie Grove. We're shooting for Heart Alchemy, and we're at Nippon Yoga Studio here in Costa Mesa, California. Please enjoy your 60-minute class. So everyone, come to standing in the center of your yoga mat, feet together, toes and heels touching. And now interlace all 10 fingers underneath your chin so that your knuckles and chin are glued together. Take a moment to pull up on your thighs, rock the body weight into your heels, and And let's begin to inhale long and deep by the nose as your elbows lift all the way up towards the ceiling. Long, deep inhale. Good. Exhale. Drop your head all the way back. Squeeze your hands, palms, wrists, and touch your elbow tips together away from your chest. And inhale. Chin goes down, parallel to the floor. Your eyes look forward. Find yourself in the mirror, elbows up. Exhale. Drop your head all the way back and open up your mouth. Exhale by your mouth. Touch your elbows. Inhale. Chin down. Bring your chin down. Bring your chin down. Look forward in the mirror. Chin down. Elbows up. Exhale. Drop your head all the way back. Squeeze your hands, palms, wrists. Touch your elbow tips together. Inhale. Chin goes down parallel to the floor. Eyes open. Open your eyes. Look forward. Eyes open. Exhale. Open your eyes. Look up on the ceiling. Keep your eyes open. You're going to have a moving meditation here. Inhale. Chin goes down. Look in your eyes in the mirror. And now take in more air. Exhale. Drop your head all the way back. Pull your navel in towards your spine. Good. And inhale. Chin goes down. Parallel to the floor. Shoulders down as your elbows lift. And exhale. Open your mouth. And push all the air out of the lungs. We're increasing our lung capacity. Inhale. Let's do a couple more. Pull up on your thighs. Squeeze your glutes. Strong base. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. Drop your head back. Now your spine is perfectly straight. There's no backward bending. Inhale, chin goes down, and now get a little bit taller. Lift up, stretch up, and exhale. Have the head drop all the way back. Navel pushes into the spine. Feel your ribs wrap around your lungs, and inhale. Last one. Long, deep, slow breath. Try to take in more air. Keep inhaling. Exhale. Drop your head all the way back. Triceps are parallel to the floor as you push the air out. Good, and change. Arms down by your side. Roll up your shoulders for a moment if you need to. And let's move on to our first pose, half moon pose. Inhale your arms up over your head sideways. Interlace all 10 fingers. Release your index finger across your thumbs. Feet are together, toes and heels touch. Arms and ears are one piece. Inhale, breathing, stretch up and bend your body right and left, right and left. Several times, right and left, right and left. Feel a nice stretch down both sides of the body. Good, let's come to stop in the middle. Bring your eye gaze forward, body weight in the heels. Take an inhale breath, lift up, get as tall as you can, and gently bend your body to the right side of the room as you push your hips out to the left beyond your flexibility. Now look forward and just listen carefully. Close your mouth and breathe in and out by your nose. Look forward in the mirror and bring your chin away from your chest. Keep your eyes open and find a focal spot for you to look at. Body weight is in the heels of your feet. Pull up on your thighs. Squeeze your glutes and push your hips out to the left. So on the left side of your body, you're feeling a bones to skin stretch, inside out, all over. Use your right arm to pull on your left arm as you push your hips out a little bit deeper and change. Come on up and stop in the middle. Take a moment. Inhale, lift up, get nice and tall, and now bend your body to the left. Push your hips out to the right beyond the flexibility. Now look in the mirror. Lock out your elbows. Squeeze your arms against your ears. Good, bring your chin away from your chest and pull your arms back a little bit more. See if you can get your arms behind your ears. Keep the breath moving in and out by your nose. If you're not breathing, you might have gone a little too far. Now please look forward, chin up. Use your left arm to pull on your right arm. Right side of your body, deep, deep stretching sensation. Body weight in your heels. Last little bit. Push your hips out. Pull the arms all the way down. And inhale. Come on up and stop at the center. Take a moment. We're going to backward bend. Squeeze your glutes and push your hips forward. Inhale. Lift your chest up to the ceiling. And drop your head back. Look for the wall behind you. And eyes back. Arms back. Look back. Go back. Complete backward bending. Body weight in the heels. Squeeze the butt. Push it forward to the front of the room. Try to bring your arms back a little bit deeper. Inhale, change. Come on up, stop in the middle. Take a moment. Take a breath, get nice and long as you inhale, and as you exhale, fold the body forward. You got it. Come on down. Bend your knees if you need to. We're still warming up. And you're going to separate your hands on the floor and shake your head out, yes and no. Bend your knees, right and left, right and left. We're just getting everything nice, loose, easy, comfortable, flexible, all that good stuff that we're here for this morning. And let's set up our next pose, hands to feet. So bend your knees and grab your heels from behind. And stepping on all 5 fingers of each hand, you're going to bend your knees and wrap your elbows around the back of your legs. So now your stomach is on your thighs. Bend your knees to get your tummy on your thighs. Chest is on your knees. Bend your knees a little more if you need to. And then drop your head. Let your head hang like a bowling ball. It weighs 10 to 12 pounds. And try to touch your face on the legs below the knees. And begin. Push your hips up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Bend your arms at the elbows. Wrap your elbows around the backs of the legs as you pull. Roll some body weight forward into your toes. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, try to go a little bit deeper. Let your head drop. Let it hang. Try to touch your whole face on your legs below the knees. Let's open up your lower back. Open up your whole entire spine. Open up your legs. You have one more inhale. Go a little deeper. And change. Arms and ears together. Inhale. Pull the body up. Good. Exhale. Arms down by your side. And you just take an inhale and an exhale. Our next pose is called awkward pose. Right foot steps to your right, 6 inches between your toes and your heels. You have the mirror, which is great. Your heels are invisible behind your toes. Inhale your arms up so that they're parallel to the floor. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, sit down like you're sitting in a chair. Stick your butt out like you want to put a butt print on this back wall behind you, and you're going to sit all the way down. Good. Now maximum body weight back into the heels of your feet. Reach your arms forward. Pull your navel in. And keep your chest lifted. That's going to help you so you don't fall down backwards. You're doing great. Body weight in the heels, and then push up to standing. Keep your arms there. Come up high on your toes. This is your first step. Just get your balance here. If you're not balancing, stay here. If you're balancing, bend your knees. So you want to go high on your toes. It's not about how low you can sit here. How high can you get your heels up in the air? So your big and second toe are plugged down into the floor. Your spine is perfectly straight. You're leaning against the wall behind you. Change. Please come on up. Heels go down. Keep your arms there. Go a little bit on the toes and squeeze your knees together. Wrap your outer thighs in. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, just like you're sliding down the wall behind you, you're going to come onto the toes. The heels are going to lift in the air. Try to get all the way down towards the heels of your feet. Now keep your arms strong. They're helping you balance. Keep your focus forward. Don't look down. You don't want to fall down. You want to stay lifted. Pull your navel in. Now try to point your knees down to the floor. If I was to drop a ball on your lap, it would roll off your lap down onto the floor. Squeeze your knees tight and slide up that wall behind you. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Right foot back to left. Arms down by your side. Take an inhale. Exhale. Good. Use that breath. Your breath is your fuel, so keep the breath flowing. Eagle pose. Inhale. Arms reach up over your head sideways, and your right arm swings under your left. Right arm goes under your left. Your thumb goes in front of your face. Take an inhale breath, and as you exhale, sit on down. Sit on down like you're sitting in a chair, and then bring your right leg high up and over. Doing great. Right leg goes high up and over. Good. Now you're going to squeeze your knees together and try to wrap your toes around the back of the calf. See what you can do there. This pose is all about compression. We're compressing the knees together. We're pulling the elbows down. Pull the navel in. Lift your chest up. Sit down. Change. Arms come up over your head sideways. And now swing your left arm under your right arm. Left arm underneath the right. What's left? What's right? It gets confusing. Take an inhale. Exhale. Sit on down. Nice and low. And let's bring the left leg high up and over. There you go. Yeah. Good. Now squeeze your knees together. If your toes aren't going there just yet, point them to the direction you want them to go. Now if you're losing your balance, you got to sit down a little bit more. Keep your chest lifted and pull your navel in. Get nice and strong here. Get a little bit shorter and change. Inhale, arms up over your head. Exhale, arms down by your side. If you want a quick little sip of water, right now is a good time. Throughout the class, help yourself to water, but just in between the poses and not during the poses. And if you ever feel like it's a little too much, you can just sit down with your spine straight on your yoga mat and then join back in when you're ready. And only you know when you need to do that. As a teacher, I'm here just to guide you, but really use this class to really just hone in on listening to what you need. Feet together, toes and heels touching. Let's do some balancing. So feet together, toes and heels touch. You look forward. Bring the body weight into your left leg. Lift your right thigh up so it's parallel to the floor. Keep your leg here. Pull your navel in, round forward and down, and grab your foot. Interlace all 10 fingers. Try to get even your thumb underneath your foot as best you can. Now look forward. The first thing you're going to do is just balance. Make the left leg strong and solid in one piece. If you're wobbling, if you can't balance, that's fine. Stay here. If you know this pose, you want to do more, the right heel is going to kick out. The right toes flex back and the heel kicks out. If you've fallen out, you just get back on it, no big deal. If you know the pose, go for it. Elbows down below the calf. Once your elbows get down below the calf, you can bring your chin to your chest and your forehead to the knee. But listen to your body. Is your leg wobbling? Is it hard to balance? Stay in the first part. You've got your whole entire life to practice these poses. Good, and change. Feet together, toes and heels touch. And you just take a breath. Keep it simple. Simple does not mean easy, but it means just take a breath and then you move on. Right leg strong, left thigh up. Navel pulls in, you're going to round forward and down. Get a nice grip. Bring your thumb underneath your foot. Now look in the mirror. Focus, concentrate, and meditate. Right leg solid, one piece. Pull up on the right thigh. Pull your navel in. If you have this, it's easy for you. You need more. Then and only then, you kick the left heel forward. Toes back and heel out. Once that leg is straight, parallel to the floor, you know what you're going to do. You're going to pull your elbows down. Now, if you're not there, just look forward. Lock out your right leg. Make it solid, strong, like a lamppost, concrete. Last little bit. Do the best you can for your last 3, 2, 1. And change. Feet together, toes and heels touch. Palms to your lower back, a little backward bend. It feels good. And moving on to standing bow. Feet together, toes and heels touching. The right elbow is going to touch your body. The pan palm is going to face up towards the ceiling. Drop your hand straight down and pick up your foot from the inside of the ankle. And then bring your knees together to touch and bring your left arm up towards your ear. This is the first step. If this is enough, you're just going to stay right here. You're going to lock out your left leg. Once you have this, you move on. Start to kick your right foot straight to the back of the room. It kicks back and up, and it pulls your right shoulder open. And as you kick your foot up, your body's going to start to go down. Look forward in the mirror. Keep your chin away from the chest. Keep that left leg locked out, strong and solid. Reach your left fingertips forward as you kick your right toes up as high as you can. And then change. Feet together, toes and heels touch. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Good. Left side. I like that, Sophia. Ready to go. Drop your left hand down. Pick up your left foot from the inside. And the right arm comes up. This is the first step. You can stay here the whole time if this is what you need to do. Lock out the right leg. Strong, solid one piece. When you're ready, start. Kick your left foot straight back. Have it pull open your left shoulder. Stretch and reach forward with your right fingertips. Yes. Reach your right fingertips forward to the front mirror. Keep your right leg locked out, strong and solid. Great focus. Concentration, determination, stamina, strength, endurance. These are all the things you're increasing every second you stay in these postures. Try to keep your toes up a little bit higher. Toes up, reach and stretch forward, and release. Feet together, toes and heels touch. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Feel how alive you are. I can feel all your hearts beating. It's great. Take a step to the back of your yoga mat, but if you're very close to the back wall, don't step back too far. Feet together, toes and heels touch. Inhale, arms up over your head. Interlace your fingers, release your index finger, cross your thumbs. Take an inhale breath. Step forward on your left foot. Point your right toes. Get your balance here first, and then you bring your body down and your leg up. Trying to look like the capital T as in Tom. Now point your right toes like you're trying to push a button on the back wall. Look on the floor, 2 feet in front of your yoga mat. Lock out your elbows, lock out your knees. Stretch forward and reach back. Change, step on back. Good, keep now step forward with your right foot. So you lock out your right leg, you point your left toes, and you come on in. Good. Body down and leg up. Point your left toes. Reach your fingertips forward. Work on the balance of that right leg. Pull your navel in. Drop your left hip down. Left hip goes down, down, down. Work your two hips in one line as you stretch and reach. Change. Come on back. Arms down by your side. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Everyone stay here. Just look to your left. And if someone is standing right next to you, then one person step forward and one person stay right there. All right, now everyone come to stand on the right side of your yoga mat. Off your yoga mat onto the floor. Feet together, toes and heels touching. Good. So if your neighbor is right next to you, just make room for everybody. Inhale your arms up over your head sideways. And as you exhale, the left foot will step out to the left, a nice big step. Pull your arms back. Legs are straight. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, swan dive the body forward. Come all the way down. All the way down. And now grab your feet from the outside. Now if you can't grab those feet, grab onto your ankles, grab onto your calves, grab onto what you can. The toes are in a little bit like a pigeon. Now the first thing you're going to work on is locking out your knees. Gently push your knees back and straighten out your legs. Once your legs are straightened, then and only then start to pull by using your arms. Bend your arms at the elbows and pull on your feet, trying to get your forehead to touch the floor. Your eyes are open. You're looking in between your two big toes. You're going to take an inhale, and as you exhale, you just go a little bit deeper. If your elbows are bending, bring your shoulders away from your ears. Use your upper body strength. Pull your navel in. You're going to take an inhale breath. As you exhale, just go a little bit deeper here and change. Look forward in the mirror. Come all the way up. Feet together, arms up over your head sideways. Am I confusing everybody? And then arms down by your side. Usually we step to the left. Okay, come to step on the left side of your mat. That's what's confusing everybody. Step on the left side of your mat onto these wonderful floors. I think it's called zebra flooring. It's like a big yoga mat. Okay. Let's do triangle pose. Arms up over your head sideways. And your right foot steps out to your right, a nice big step, and your arms come down parallel to the floor. So your legs, open them up. They're like 4 feet, bigger than last time. Turn your right toes out to face the right side of the room. Bring your left toes in a little bit. Push your hips forward, and then bend your right knee. You're going to bend your right knee. You're going to try to get that right thigh to be parallel to the floor. You can just open up your legs a little bit wider. Keep your arms there. Flip your palms to face the mirror. Pull your navel in, and then bring your right elbow down in front of your right knee. As you stretch and reach your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Now here, the left leg is straight. Pull up on the left thigh. Squeeze the left butt cheek. No body weight on the fingertips against the floor. Can you get your fingertips in between your big and your second toe? Right thigh parallel to the floor. Right elbow is pushing against the right knee as you stretch and reach those arms apart. Change. Come on up. Very nice. Let's bring the right toes in, and then bring the left toes out. And bring those right toes in even just a little bit more to give you a solid foundation. Hips push forward first, and now bend your left knee. And sit on down nice and low. Arms back, palms face the mirror. Inhale. As you exhale, go on and left elbow in front of your left knee. Good. So right leg, strong, solid. Push the outside edge of your right foot down into the floor. Gently, that left elbow is pushing against the left knee. And you can bring your right arm back just an inch or two to start to twist your upper body, spiraling open your chest and your heart center as you reach your arms apart. Change. Come on up. Doing great. Feet together. Arms up over your head. Step to the left. Arms down by your side. And just look forward. This really gets the heart rate going, that triangle pose. So take an extra breath. Look forward. Great. Standing separate leg, forehead to knee. Arms up over your head sideways. Bring your palms to a prayer position. Thumbs are crossed. Keep your arms in your ears. Right foot steps out to your right, just 3 feet. So not as wide. Just clear your yoga mat. Pivot on your heels to face the right side of the room. And you're going to bring your left toes in. And your left hip is going to push forward a few times. Take an inhale breath. Tuck your chin to your chest, choke your throat, look at your navel, and round down through your spine. Come all the way down to bring your forehead on the knee. Now, separate your hands on the floor. It's going to help you balance. If you can't get your forehead on the knee, bend your right knee as much as you need to get your forehead and knee to touch. Bring these back toes in, just your toes. Just your toes. Yes. Your forehead pushes against the knee, stimulating the pineal and the pituitary gland. Your throat is choked, working into the thyroid and the parathyroid. So all these little tiny things are creating a master health for your body. Forehead pushes to the knee, throat is choked. Push your forehead to the knee, try to straighten out your front leg a few times, and then change. Palms together, pull up on your thighs, round on up. Pivot to face the front of the room, pivot to face the other side of the room. So now the right toes, your back toes are going to come in about 45 degrees and your right hip is going to push forward. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Look at your belly button and round down through the spine. Come all the way down until your forehead and knee are going to touch. Good. Now bend your left knee. If your forehead and knee are touching, no big deal. You can bend your forehead. How do you do that? Bend your knee to get your forehead onto your knee. Good. Now look at your belly button. Suck it in. Try to get more of your tummy up and off of your thigh. Throat is choked. Your eyes are open. We're flushing out the adrenals. We're stretching out the kidneys. Doing so many great things to increase your health and your vitality. Hands, palms come back together. Round up through the spine. Pull your navel in. Come all the way up. Pivot to face the front of the room. And step to the left. Feet together. Arms down by your side. And just take an inhale. And an exhale. Good. Come to the center of your mat. We have just, can you believe it? Just one more standing posture called tree pose within half lotus. Feet together, toes and heels touch. Bring your body weight onto your left leg. Use both hands to pick up your right foot and then grab your right foot from the inside with your left hand.
Okay.
And then your right hand can come to the center of your chest, your other right leg. Now just look in the mirror and try to calm your breath. Allow that right knee to just gently drop down. And the right knee just gently pushes back. The two shoulders are in one line, the spine is long. And then change. Coming out of the pose, feet together, toes and heels touch. Body weight to the right leg, and we're going to pick up our left foot. So use both hands. Use both hands to get your foot up. Think of the foot being up by like your bikini line. And then the left hand goes center of your chest. So the spine is nice and long here. The shoulders push down away from the ears. That left knee just drops and very gently the left knee pushes back. You take a few breaths. Good, and change. Feet together, toes and heels touch. If you'd like a sip of water, right now is a good time. And then you're going to turn around and lie down in Shavasana. Lift your palms to face the ceiling and your heels touch, and then your toes will flop out to either side of the room.
But that's the
Please have your eyes open and just find a little focal point a few inches down.
The same thing with the
And just rest your eyes on that one
between
spot.
the toes. That's why I felt so stiff.
Try to bring your breath in and out by the nose and have your legs long on the floor. As I was saying earlier, your breath is your fuel. So stay with your breath in and out by the nose.
Okay.
Still your mind by stilling your gaze.
For some reason I can't get this one to stick.
Pose. Please bend your right knee and interlace your fingers 2 inches below your right knee and pull on your right knee down towards your right shoulder. Pull until you feel some compression in that right hip joint. And if the left calf has come off the floor, then flex your left toes back towards your face and lengthen your left leg on the floor. And if your left shoulder's off the floor, roll some body weight back into your left side. Just one more breath, pull a little deeper, and change. Left your right leg down, the left leg lifts up. Take an inhale, and as As you exhale, pull the knee down towards your shoulder. With the right shoulder's off the floor, anchor the right shoulder back down onto the floor. Good, just pull until you feel some compression. And breathe, keep it simple. You get yourself into the pose and take a few breaths. Let the body have a compression, start to heal. And gently release. And now both legs lift up. Give yourself a big hug. Try to grab your elbows into the palms of your hands. If that's not happening, grab onto your forearms, or you can gently grab your wrists. Now the feet are together side by side, so your two big toes are in alignment with each other. Then relax your feet. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Keep your head on the floor, but just a little bit. Tuck your chin down a little bit to lengthen through the back of the neck. Keep pulling your knees to your chest and gently just start to get another vertebra lengthening long on the floor. Eventually your whole spine will be nice and long. And change. Bring your legs down. Shavasana. Palms face up towards the ceiling. And keep it simple. Take a breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good. Let's do a sit-up. If you've got any lower back issues, things like that, you can skip the sit up and just roll over to your side. Everyone else, let's do it. Your arms come up over your head. You cross your thumbs. You flex your toes back towards your face. You inhale. You sit up. And then double blast exhale by the mouth as you touch your toes and fold over your legs. Good. Let's turn around. We're going to get into Cobra Pose. Lay down on your tummy. Bring your palms flat on the floor. Now if you're close to the back wall, move your mat forward. You don't want your toes to touch the wall behind you. So your palms are flat. Your fingertips go down below your shoulders. Your elbows go up in the air. Good.
Ooh.
Now bring your legs together for your cobra's tail. So your toes are going to touch. You're going to pull up on your thighs. You're going to push your hips down into your mat. And inhale, breathing gently. Just peel your upper body up off the floor. Just to your ribs. It's a little cobra. Eyes look up towards the ceiling. Your shoulders are down. The elbows pull in. Feel the shoulder blades pinch a little closer together. Keep your toes on the floor. Keep pulling up on your thighs. Are you breathing? Just take one more breath. And come on down. Turn to face the right side of the room. Bring your arms long by your side. So once again, just a few moments in between each pose. So just breathe. You just take a moment just to focus on one inhale and one exhale. Beautiful. Let's do half locust pose. Flip your palms to face the floor, and then you bring your arms under your body. Try to have your elbows be straight all the way under your body. Good. Your chin is out. Your neck is long on the floor. You can see yourself in the mirror perhaps. Right leg is nice and strong, and lift your right leg up off the floor. Just your right leg.
I just don't like it.
Good. Now point your right
so
toes.
much.
Drop your right hip bone down towards the floor to
I don't like
compress
it.
that right forearm. It's going to help things like carpal tunnel, tennis elbow, all that kind of stuff that happens to us. And then bring your right leg down. And left leg lifted on up.
Why do I have to do this one?
Point your left toes, make your leg long, and that left hip bone is down on that left forearm. Husband plays the guitar. You can barely play it anymore in this pose. All the gripping with the Bikram poses, all these compression poses. With the knees, he was totally fine. Great, release it on down. So lots of good things are happening in your body. Bring your mouth down on your towel and readjust your arms. See if you get them closer together under your body. Maybe your pinkies can touch. Now this time we're going to do both legs. So have your mouth down on your yoga mat. Squeeze your legs together, touch your toes, squeeze your butt. Take an inhale as you exhale. There you go, legs up. Both legs up off the floor. Keep your mouth down to protect your neck. Lock your knees and point your toes. Squeeze your butt. Push the body weight forward through your arms into your chest and your shoulders as your legs lift up. And release. Come on down. Release your arms out from under your body and please turn to face the left. As you face the left, find one focal point with your eyes, whether it's your towel or your yoga mat, and just still your gaze there as you take a breath. pose. Chin is out, neck is long on the floor. Bring your arms out to the side like a bird. Touch your toes. You have one solid leg that we've been working on. You're ready to go. I like it. Take an inhale breath and let's go. Arms up and legs up. So lift your arms up and bring your gaze up a little bit higher to give your body that roadmap for where you want it to go. Touch your toes. Touch your toes. Good. Lock your knees. Bring the legs together. Use your glutes. Lift your legs up a little higher. Upper body goes up for 3, 2, 1. Turn to face your left, or your right, excuse me. Arms out by your side. Find your focal point and just breathe. Good. Floor bow. Bend your knees and grab your feet from the outside. Grab below your toes. Chin is out, your neck is long on the floor. Inhale, breathing, begin to kick your feet straight back and then up towards the ceiling. Your arms are straight. Lock out your elbows, and then your eye gaze looks into your own eyes, and then up a little bit higher. So kick your feet back away from you. It's going to pull open your shoulders. Good. Now the toes kick up towards the ceiling. It's going to lift the upper body up off the floor for 3, 2, 1. Please turn to face the left. Arms by your side. Keep it simple. One more inhale here. Exhale. Bring your hands to the floor. Lift your body up. Bring your water bottle with you. This is a good little water break time. And come to the center of your yoga mat for fixed firm pose. You'll begin with sitting your hips on your heels and grabbing a sip of water here. Do you need a sip? Nice. Hold up. Good, and from here you're going to separate your feet and sit your hips down in between your heels. So your toes and heels are in one line. Now, if this is enough, keep your hands on the floor. If this is enough, I want you to stay right here. Bikram would say, you can mess with the gods, but you can't mess with your knees. So if this is enough, stay here. If you can do more, right hand to right foot, left hand to left foot, fingertips face the mirror. The right elbow touches the floor, and then the left elbow, shoulders down, and the last and final step is the arms up over your head, elbows into the palms of your hands. So wherever you are, breathe in and out by the nose. The knees gently push down towards the ground, and they very gently just work in a little bit closer together. Good, and then change. Come on up, one elbow at a time, one by one. Turn around, go right to Shavasana. We're going to do 2 sets of all these yoga poses on the floor. So we get a quick little break. I don't think Shavasana is necessarily a break. It's just a time to breathe. Take a conscious breath. Now we're going to do sit-ups in between all the poses. So arms come up, cross your thumbs, flex your toes. Inhale pulls you up. Exhale, grab your toes. Beautiful. Turn around. Let's do it again. So you have the road map the first time around. Now let's say this pose is very humbling, as you all know. But if this is enough, you know the pose, go on in. But if this is really hard for you, bring your hands to the sides of your body, walk them forward, and bring body weight into your hands. And then from here, you monitor how much body weight you bring with your hips towards the floor. Little bit by little bit, eventually you'll be able to walk your hands back and regain that flexibility. You know, yoga, we're just regaining our natural balance in our body. We all live our lives, we all have things happen that bring an imbalance, so we come here to regain the balance. Good, and gently come on up, one elbow at a time, one by one. Turn around and lie down, Shavasana. So you lie down, find your eye gaze, and take a breath. Sit up, arms come up over your head. Try to keep your legs straight as you come up. Grab your toes, forehead to knees. Turn right around. Come to the middle of your yoga mat, please, for half tortoise pose. Sit your hips on your heels. Inhale, arms up over your head, palms form a prayer position. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, stretch and reach all the way forward and down. Come on in, bring your forehead all the way down to your yoga mat. The hands are in prayer. Long fingers and then cross your thumbs. Lock out your elbows and stretch and reach your arms forward. Good. So just your little baby fingers on the floor. The spine is lengthening as you take a few breaths here. Squeeze your knees together, pull your navel in, arms with the ears. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, arms go down. Turn around, relax, Shavasana. Take a breath. Sit up, arms up over your head. You inhale as you come up, then you double blast. Exhale, out by the mouth and grab your toes. Good, turn around for your second set, please. Sit your hips on your heels. Inhale, arms come up as you inhale. Exhale, fold forward and down. Use your breath. Good. Now, if your forehead is not touching the floor, bring your hips up off your feet a little bit. Get your forehead on the floor. Good. Now, re-lengthen your arms. Use your forehead as a little bit of leverage to feel your spine lengthen forward and back. Good. Squeeze your knees together, pull your navel in. Inhale, pulls the body up. Exhale, the arms open, turn around and lie down. Palms face up, find your focal point on the ceiling and just take a breath. Arms up over your head, let's do a sit-up. Turn around for camel pose. Come to the center of your yoga mat, please, and stand up on your knees. 6 inches between your knees and 6 inches between your toes. You're going to bring your hands to your lower back, your fingers face down. Look in the mirror and see if you can pull your elbows behind you. Inhale, lift your chest up to the ceiling, drop your head back, open your throat, go on down halfway. If this is enough, you stay here with your hands on your lower back. If you can grab your feet, grab your feet. Right hand to right foot, left hand to left foot. If that is not happening today, no big deal. Keep your hands on your lower back. Open your throat, open your heart, open the whole front side of your body as you take one more breath. Okay, gently change. Come on up. Turn around, Shavasana. Arms up over your head, legs nice and strong, and double blast. Exhale, forehead to knees. Great, turn around. Stand up on your knees, 8 to 10 inches between your knees this time. You can open them up a little wider. Palms on your lower back. We just stay in for a few breaths. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, drop your head back. Push your stomach, thighs, and hips forward. Grab onto the heels if you can. If you can't, keep your hands on your lower back. Open your throat. You're going to be talking all day. Let it open. Center of your creativity, your throat. Open your heart. Push your hips forward. Just one more breath here. Good. Turn around. Come on up. Turn around. Shavasana.
Faster, but
Good, let's do a sit-up. Arms up over your head, flex your toes. Inhale, pulls you up. Exhale, push forward. Good, let's turn around for rabbit pose. Come to the center of your towel, please. Sit your hips on your heels, and you're gonna grab your heels from over your towel. It's a loose grip to begin with. Bounce outside, fingers inside. Inhale, look in the mirror, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Round down through the spine, come on down, forehead to knees.
Oh my God.
Grab onto the heels and push your hips up towards the ceiling. Like you're gonna do a somersault forward, but you got that good grip
Whoa.
on your heels. You don't do your somersault. Try to get your forehead and knees to touch. Body weight on top of the head and walk the knees up one by one. Straighten out your arms. Squeeze your arms against your legs as your hips push up. Good, and then gently change. Round on up. Head will come up last. Turn around, Shavasana. That rabbit pose took me years. I did that posture for like years. It took me forever to figure it out. Turn around and relax. So maybe I'm just slow. You know, we all have our own pace with our yoga practice. When we finally hear something and the body can register it. But the one thing I learned in rabbit pose is if you suck in your stomach and breathe, that's how I found it. So let's try it with this next set. Arms up over your head. Take an inhale. Have the inhale pull you up and blow it out. Turn around. Here we go. Rabbit. So you bring the towel up over the heels. You get that loose grip to start. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and look at your belly right from the very start and start to round down. Sucking your stomach the whole time. Like, kind of like you're rolling up your yoga mat. You're rolling up your body. Really tight and compact. Forehead to the knees as best you can. Top of the head on the floor. Now push your hips up to the ceiling. Good. Now squeeze your arms against the legs. Now look at your stomach and suck it into the spine. And now breathe with your belly pulled in and feel the breath. You might feel it in your neck, in between your shoulder blades, or maybe even all the way down the spine into your lower back. And change. Round and up. Good. Turn around and relax. Legs long, arms long. Plugging along, arms up over your head, toes back. Try to grab your toes, forehead to knees. Let's turn around for some separate leg stretching. Let's do one set of this, but let's just do it really nice. We'll get some good instruction and just do it one time. Your right leg is going to come out corner-wise, and you're going to bend your left knee. So the left sole of your foot is in your right inner thigh. Inhale your arms up over your head sideways. Interlace your grip. Tuck your chin to your chest, and you go down to the right. Now bring your forehead to touch your right knee. If it's not touching, bend your right knee as much as you need to. There you go. To get your forehead and knee to touch. Grab your foot 2 inches below your toes. If you cannot grab your foot, bend your knee. Flex your toes towards your face. So the heel of your foot is the furthest point away from your body. Now the left shoulder rolls in and down. Roll your left shoulder in. In. Down, down, down with that left shoulder. Working the 2 shoulders in one line. If that right leg is long on the floor, you start to pull your elbows down towards the floor. Good, and change. Come on up. Let's bring the left leg out and then bend your right knee. Good, tuck your chin to your chest and you go on down, forehead to your knee. So the pose is forehead to knee, right? Stretch knee. So bend your left knee as much as you need to grab onto your foot. Try to bring your thumb underneath your foot, all 5 toes back towards your face, and the heel is kicking away from you. A little bit of pressure on your forehead to your knee, and then your right shoulder rolls in and down. Okay, we're working the 2 shoulders to be in one line. Try to straighten out your left leg a little bit more. Have you taken one conscious breath yet in this pose? If not, right now is your time as you gain a little bit more length in the body. Good, come on up. So your legs come straight out in front of you. You lie down, just do a quick sit-up to realign the spine. Good, you're gonna move move your hips out of the way or walk them back right and left, right and left. These first two fingers, you're gonna grab onto your big toe and your thumbs face up in the air. All right, so if your back is rounding, I would like for you to bend your knees and straighten out your spine. Good, pull your shoulder blades together. If your knees are bending, you're just gonna work on straightening out your legs with a long spine. Once your legs are straight and your spine is long, that's when you start to bend your arms at the elbows and pull your upper body forward towards your big toes. But if your knees are bending, just work on straightening out your legs and lengthening your spine. Wherever you are, you're using your breath. You're taking an inhale, and as an exhale, you just go a little bit deeper. Let's do 2 more breaths. You take an inhale, make your legs a little bit longer. Take another breath, make your spine a little bit longer. Good, turn around, relax. One more pose. Enjoy your moment here. All right, sit up, arms up, toes back. Blow it out. Good, let's pivot to your right, to the side mirror, and bend your left leg on the floor, and bring your right knee up and over your left knee corner for a spine twist. You're gonna bend your left leg on the floor, and bring your right foot up and over that knee corner. Left leg bends, right foot up and over this way. Okay, good. Bring your right arm behind you. It's like a kickstand to lengthen your spine with your right arm behind you. Inhale, your left arm all the way up, and then over. Have it push that right knee back and try to grab your knee that's on the floor. Your chin's gonna look over your shoulder as you twist your spine. Good, take an inhale as you lengthen your spine. As you exhale, you're gonna twist. Check the knee button. Drop your right hip bone down to the floor if it's off the floor. Now this right arm behind you is a kickstand. If you can keep your spine long without it, you can wrap it around and grab onto your shorts or your inner thigh. But if you need it, you just keep it there. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, you twist your spine. Just one more breath. Should do a little counter twist if you need it. And then let's switch the legs. So now the right knee is bent on the floor, and the heel of your left foot goes up and over. Good, you have your left arm behind you as a kickstand. Inhale your right arm up, and then over. Have that right arm gently push back that left leg. Try to grab your knee that's down on the floor. Good, and you're breathing. Inhale, lengthening your spine. Exhaling, twisting. Drop your left hip down to the ground. Now this left arm that's behind you, if you can keep your spine straight without it, wrap it around. Grab a piece of your costume here. Take one more breath. Twist a little deeper if you can. And then change to a counter twist if you'd like. And lie down. All right, we got our last sit up. Arms up over your head. Inhale pulls you up. Exhale, blow it out. Turn around for final breathing. Sit your hips on the heels. So this breathing is like blowing out a candle. Just imagine you have a candle you're trying to blow out. So your belly's going to be big. You can let it hang out. I'm just going to demonstrate. It's going to be in and out by the mouth. It will look and sound like this. The navel pulls into the spine as an exhale. If it gets confusing, just take a break and then try to join back in. But just imagine blowing out a candle. So eye gaze forward, find your focal point, relax your belly. Everyone inhale. Five, four, three, two, one. Good. Swallow a couple times, turn around, and relax in your final Shavasana. Open up your legs a little bit wider if it feels good. Open your arms a little bit further away from the body. And you can close your eyes and allow the floor to support the weight of your body. In these moments of deep relaxation is where your body and mind integrate all the benefits of your hard work. Take a moment to feel your heartbeat, the blood pulse through the veins, feel the vitality coming into your body. Please take a few more moments here to rest, and while you're in the yoga room, no talking. Some people, this is the only time they get all day to themselves. So just silence in here. It's been a pleasure teaching all of you, and I look forward to teaching you again soon. Namaste.
Namaste.
Hi, I'm Maggie Grove here with Heart Alchemy Yoga. Subscribe to the YouTube channel where all my videos are. Today, we're going to do a 60-minute Bikram yoga class. This is my husband, Tim. Thank you for being our yoga student for today. And if you're looking for me, I'm on Instagram at Maggie Grove 2017. Okay, let's get started. So since this is a 60-minute class, we're going to do You're going to see, we're going to do standing poses once. You're going to come with your feet together so that your toes and heels are touching, and interlace all 10 fingers underneath your chin so your knuckles and chin are glued together. And let's begin to inhale long and deep by the nose, chin down, elbows up. Exhale, good. Drop your head all the way back. Open your mouth. Look up on the ceiling. Touch your elbow tips. Inhale, chin goes down parallel to the floor. So find a spot forward eye level that you can gauge your eyes on. Good. Exhale, drop your head all the way back, and you're going to push your knuckles against your chin, like opening up that area there. Good. Inhale, chin goes down. Your toes are relaxed, your thighs are pulled up, and you're going to squeeze your glutes. Exhale, drop your head back. So your navel's going to pull in, and your spine is going to stay perfectly straight here. Good. Inhale, chin goes down. So the ribs are expanding to either side of the room. Fill it up with so much air. Exhale. Navel is going to pull in, and now feel your ribs wrap around your lungs. Good. Inhale, chin goes down. So this pranayama deep breathing is bringing all the systems of the body into balance. Exhale, drop your head back. This is why we start with it first thing in the practice. We want to try to come to a balanced place. Inhale, chin goes down. Now try to lift your ribs further away from your hips. Exhale, drop your head back and keep that space that you created. Good, keep on exhaling. Let's do two more. Inhale, chin goes down. So shoulders press down away from the ears as elbows go up. Exhale, drop the head back. And it's and change. Arms down by your side. Just find your focal point forward and take a breath. Let's move on. Inhale your arms up over your head sideways. Interlace all 10 fingers. Release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. And let's just go right and left several times. Right and left, right and left. So we're just warming up the body here with our half moon pose. Feel a nice stretch down both sides of the body. The legs are nice and solid, so you're pulling up on the thighs, you're squeezing the glutes, just like you did in that breathing exercise. Good, let's come to stop in the middle. So you're gonna stop in the middle. Legs are straight, arms are straight. You're gonna take an inhale breath, get nice and tall, and begin to bend the body to the right. Good, there you go. So go to where you feel a stretch on the right side of the body, and then you just hold it there. The body weight is back in the heels of the feet. You're pulling up on your thighs, and you're squeezing the glutes as the hips push out to the left beyond their flexibility. And very gently, you're squeezing the arms against the ears, pulling the arms back behind the ears if you can. Let's bring the right shoulder a little bit forward, good, and the left shoulder a little bit back. And then we're just gonna bring that left hip a little forward, right hip back. Oh, look at that, good adjustment here. And now you're gonna find a spot forward, you're gonna feel that deep and hard stretch down your body. Feel like a stretch from your fingers down.
Let's go back into the bonus
Feel
stretches.
stretch through the ribs, a stretch in the head, all the way down to your ankle ball. Beautiful. You have one more breath. Let's pull and stretch. Good. Inhale, come up to the center. Take a moment. You take an inhale, get long, and exhale, bend your body to the left. So pull your navel in as you bend your body to the left. So you want to have strong abdominal strength in this pose here. Good, so Tim is going to where you feel that stretch down the right side of the body, and then just do nothing, right? You get into the pose, you go to where you feel that first sensation of a stretch, right? That stretch on the right side, and then you feel it. You feel the sensation, then you take a breath. Are you keeping your mind calm? You know, if you get into a pose, you're like, oh, your mind has got a lot to tell you, then you might have gone a little bit too far. We're working towards doing these poses with a calm mind. All right, let's bring the right hip a little bit forward. Good, let's pull the arms back behind the ears. Beautiful, opening your chest. Body weight goes into the heels of the feet. Good, you want to feel a nice deep stretching sensation all the way down, inside out on the right side of the body. So that's up to you. Are you feeling a sensation there? Good, oh good, that's what I wanted to hear. Good, if not, you can go deeper. You can use your left arm to pull on your right arm. Just another breath or two. See what you need. Maybe you need stillness. Maybe you need to go deeper and change. Come on up. Let's backward bend. You're going to squeeze your glutes. Push your stomach, thighs, and hips forward. Keep those arms up. Keep those arms up. Good. And let's begin. Backward bend. Head drops back and arms go back towards the ears. Arms back. Eyes back. You're going to look back and go back. Push your stomach, thighs, and hips forward. You're going to pull your arms back a little bit more. Good. Inhale. Come on up to center. Very nice, Tim. Take a breath. Fold your body forward. Now bend your knees if you need to. Come on down. Good. Separate your hands on the floor. And you're going to shake your head yes and no. You can bounce up and down on the hips a few times. So here you're just getting everything loose, easy, comfortable, flexible. You're just checking in. You're just checking in. Just pose. So right foot steps out to the right 6 inches. Good. Inhale your arms up parallel to the floor. In front of you, straight in front of you. Good. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, sit down like you're sitting in a chair. Good. Sit on down. Good. So here, the body weight's back into the heels of the feet. The chest is lifted and the navel is pulled in, like in a cobra pose. And you're really sticking your hips out behind you. Now you're stretching and reaching forward through your fingertips so you don't fall down, right? So you're sitting down and those arms are strong. Try to sit a little bit lower in the hips. Shift the body weight back into the heels. Keep the body weight in the heels as you change. Stand on up, keep your arms there. Come high on your toes, nice and high.
Feels good.
Good, so just take a minute. You might just be here. This might be enough. So you're gonna work on your balance. Try to get your body weight between your big and the second toe and heels up. Good. If this isn't enough, if you're wobbling, stay here. If you're moving on, you're gonna bend your knees and your spine stays perfectly straight. So we're not leaning forward, you're not leaning back, and you just keep kicking the heels up. Heels pick up, good. The knees are up. And change, come on up. Very nice, heels down. You're gonna keep your arms there, and now squeeze your knees together like you got a big, let's say a $100 bill, don't want it to fly away. Inhale, exhale, come on down. So you're gonna bring the body weight forward to the toes, the heels will lift to bring you all the way down. You're gonna come until your hips are about, a couple inches off of your heels. Come all the way down, down, down. Do the best you can, but the knees are pointing down to the floor. If you need to, Tim, bring your hands down. Let's just get down there. Good, oh good, look, you got a couple inches there. Oh yes! And now lift your arms back up parallel to the floor. Sometimes we need that little extra out. There you go, there you go. Okay, squeeze your knees together and come on up, come on up. Whoa, good. Arms by your side, feet together, toes and heels touch. And then you just take a breath, just let it go. You inhale, exhale. Let's do eagle pose. Inhale your arms up over your head sideways. And please swing your right arm under your left arm. Right arm under the left. Grab onto where you can. Good, you cross at the elbows, cross at the wrists, and then you grab onto where you can. You're gonna pull your elbows down to the floor. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, sit on down in that chair you were just sitting in. Good, so stay down here, and now right leg high up and over the left leg. But there's a lot going on here. You're trying to wrap the toes around the back of the calf. So you're gonna sit down as low as you can. You're gonna lift your chest up. This looks great. You're gonna squeeze your foot around the back of the calf, squeeze your knees together, pull your elbows down so there's no length, no gap, and no air. Ideally, and change. Come on up. Inhale, arms up. And now left arm under the right. So you're crossing at the elbows, you cross at the wrist, grab onto. Now let's say you can't grab anything, you're gonna grab onto your shoulders. There's always something to work with here. Take an inhale, exhale, sit on down nice and low. So you keep here, leave your hips here, and now left leg high up and over. Trying to wrap your toes around the back of the calf. Good, this is great. So you get into the pose. What's gonna help your balance? Sitting down lower, lifting your chest up a little bit higher. You're squeezing everything together nice and tight. No big deal to fall in and out of the poses. You just get right back on in because every second counts. Good, and change. Arms up. And arms down. But if you wanted a sip of water, traditionally this would be where you get a sip of water. Would you like a sip of water? He's okay. Okay, great. We're gonna go into some balancing poses. Bring your feet together so that your toes and heels are touching. Bring your body weight onto your left leg and pull up on your left thigh. And lift your right thigh up so that it's parallel to the floor. Just stop here. This is great. This might be enough for you, and if it is, you stay here. But if you've got that left knee nice and strong, you're not wobbling, you're gonna pull your belly in, round forward, and try to grab your right foot. Okay, you're gonna interlace all 10 fingers underneath your foot. You're gonna go at your own time and your own pace. So be sure you're looking forward and finding that one focal point to look at while you're in the pose. If you know these poses, you can move on by kicking the right heel forward. And maybe you're just working here on the grip. But the most important part here is that that left leg is locked out, it's solid, and it's one piece. Pull up on your left thigh, pull your navel in, and then the next step from here would be to kick your right heel out. So if the right thigh is parallel to the floor, toes flex back towards Good, let's bring our body weight onto the right leg. So you pull up on your right thigh, your right leg is nice and strong. And then you lift your left thigh up so it's parallel to the floor. Good, hold here.
I'll be doing that
Can you
today.
balance? If you can, you move on, round forward and grab from the foot.
I'm just sore.
So you're just working with wherever you are today. Some days we got balance, some days we don't. Sometimes we've been practicing every day for a year, and then sometimes we don't practice for 6 months or 6 years. That's okay. The practice is always here to return to. So the right leg is solid and straight. If you're feeling strong with balance, then you kick your leg out. Good. If you fall out, you're just going to get back on in. So balancing poses, you got to focus one spot forward. Do not move your eyes. If you're feeling strong with balance, then the left leg kicks out. If you want to add on, elbows pull down alongside the calf. You can tuck your chin to your chest and touch your forehead to your knee. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And change. Good. Now I like to do a little backward bend after these. Bring your hands to your lower back. Push your hips forward and drop your head back. Good, and then change. Very nice, you're doing great. Let's go into some, let's do standing bow. Let's turn to face this side wall. Okay, good. So from here, you're gonna drop your right hand down, and then you're gonna grab your foot from the inside. Good, and bring your left arm up towards your ear. This is step number 1. Step number 1, get your balance here. Left leg, strong and solid, reaching up through the left fingertips. Beautiful. When you're ready, begin to kick your right foot straight back behind you. You're gonna feel it opening in the right shoulder. Feel that right shoulder get pulled over. This is great. Don't go too fast. Go nice and slow. We're trying to go nice and steady here. So the right foot is going to kick back. And as you kick your right foot back, you go so far that the body starts to come down. The body goes down as you kick your right toes up. Now if that left knee is wobbling, just try to pull up on that left thigh, get your balance first. Toes kick up, left fingertips stretch and move forward. Last little bit, are you breathing? Toes up, and then change. Please take a breath. You take an inhale, and an exhale. Good, let's do the left side. So left palm is facing up, drop your hand down, grab your foot from the inside. Good, right arm up. So just stay here, Tim, just stay here. What you're gonna do, right leg, strong and solid. Right fingertips, reaching up. Just get your balance here. Maybe you just stay here. Maybe this is enough. But if you're like, I got balance, I'm feeling good, then you start to move into the pose. So you start to kick the left leg back. Feel that left shoulder get pulled open. The leg is like the rudder. It's steering the pose. So you kick it up so high, you have nowhere to go. And then the body starts to go down. Your right fingertips are stretching and reaching forward. The left toes are kicking up towards the ceiling. Can you breathe? Are you breathing? Go a little bit deeper if you can. Take another breath or 2. And then you change. Good. Now I like a forward fold after this, so just pull your navel in, grab your chin to your chest and just hang forward. It helps to release the lower back. Good, and then gently round up, pull your navel in as you do. Woo, okay. Let's take a step to the back of the mat for a balancing stick. Inhale your arms up over your head sideways. Interlace your grip, release your index finger across your thumbs. You're going to step forward on your right leg. Good. Point your left toes. Get your balance here for a second. Get your balance first. Point your left toes, body weight on your right leg, and begin. You bring your body down and your leg up. You're trying to look like the capital T is in Tom. So point the left toes, point the toes. Good. Straighten out the leg as best you can. And bring your body down a little bit more. Leg up a little higher. Good. And then change. Come on back. Quite a trooper here. You're doing awesome, Tim. Okay, I'm going to do this one with you. Keep your arms up. It helps sometimes to do yoga with a friend. Okay, let's step forward on the left foot. Point the right toes. So get your balance here first, and then body down and leg up.
to run against the
and then
back.
change.
Should be
Good, come on back.
And legs just.
Arms down by your side.
But I can't lay here and
See your breath,
complain.
take an inhale.
Gotta keep moving.
Exhale. Great, let's move on to some more standing poses. Come step over here to the right side of your mat. You're gonna face forward now. We're gonna do some separate leg stretching. Please inhale your arms up over your head sideways. Right foot steps out, or your left foot's gonna step out to the left. Big step, arms down parallel to the floor. If you're gonna bring your toes in a little, heels out. Pull up on your thighs, take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Come on down. Good. See what you can do, right? All right, this is great, Tim. So, Tim can grab the outsides of his legs. He's reaching his fingertips down towards his ankles. This is perfect for him and his body and where he's at, okay? So what you're gonna do if you have
Okay, next up.
flexibility like Tim and kind of where he's at, you're just gonna work on straightening out your legs and reaching your hands down towards your ankles.
Let's finish
If you
this.
have more flexibility, I'm going to demonstrate. When you come down, you're going to try to grab your heels from behind. Okay? If you're grabbing onto your heels and your legs are straight, you take an inhale breath. Then as you exhale, you begin to pull, bending your arms at your elbows. Little bit of body weight goes forward into your toes. You take an inhale breath. Then as you exhale, you're just going to bend the arms at the elbows to go a little deeper. Working on lengthening your spine. Good. If you're where Tim is at, you're reaching your fingertips towards your ankle bones. You're making sure your legs are straight. A little bit of body weight into the toes. And let's change. Arms by the side and inhale. Come on up. Good. Actually, let's step the right foot back to the left. Arms up. And then arms down. Good. Want me to do triangle pose with you? We'll do it together. Inhale, arms up over your head sideways. Right foot steps out to the right. So you have a nice big step. Let's turn the right toes out. Let's bring the left toes in. Good. Push your hips forward. You're going to bend your right knee. Good. I think Tim is actually very good at triangle pose. This has always been your good pose. Flip your palms. Good. Take a breath.
Down, back.
And then bring your right elbow in front of your right knee as you stretch and reach your fingertips down between your big and the second toes. This is perfect. You don't need to do anything. So, left leg is strong. Pull up on your left thigh. Left leg is straight. Outside of the left foot is digging into the floor. Good. The right elbow is gently pushing against the right knee. If you can, you're looking up towards your fingertips. Let's move on from here, right? He's doing great. Maybe you're doing great too. Wherever you are, you're doing great because you're doing something with your body. Let's rotate the spine. So the left shoulder goes back a little bit. Oh, look at that. Good. Feel the ribs, our right rib cage come forward, left rib cage come back. Are you breathing? Be sure you're breathing. Good. And then change. Come on up through your center. Beautiful. Straight out your right leg. Good. Turn out your left toes. Good. Turn your left toes out a little bit more. Right toes are in a little bit. Hips push forward and now bend your left knee. Great. Let's bring the left foot out a little bit. So you want your knee and your ankle to be in alignment there. Good. Right leg straight. Let's lift the palms. And then you go on in. So the left elbow in front of the left knee, trying to get the fingertips to go in between the big and the second toe. Okay, but try not to bring all your body weight on the floor into the left fingertips. You gotta really use your abdominal strength and keep the chest lifted. Good. The right leg is nice and strong. Okay, if your neck is uncomfortable, you can look down at the floor, look forward, and then as your neck gains mobility, you can start looking up towards your fingers. Just everyone's at different places. Let's bring the right shoulder back, right rib back, left rib forward. You're doing awesome. Marriage of heart and lungs. Lots of great things happening here. And change. Come on up. Good. Let's bring the arms up over the head. Let's bring right leg, right foot to left. And arms down by your side. You're doing it. All right, we have 2 more standing poses. Inhale your arms up over your head sideways. Right foot steps out to the right. Keep your arms there. So not as big, a little smaller. It's like a 3-foot stance. Good. Pivot on your heels to the right. You're going to bring your back toes in 45 degrees, and you're going to bring that right hip back and the left hip forward a few times. Good. Arms with your ears. Now try to keep your legs straight. Take an inhale breath. Good. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Round down through your spine and try to to bend your right knee. Good. Separate your hands on the floor. It's going to help you balance. Good. And look at that. Bam. Forehead to knee. That's what you're going for. We want this forehead to knee connection. And then you gently, then be gentle with your body. You push your forehead into your knee, and eventually you will be able to straighten out that front leg. And we're also stimulating all the pituitary gland, the pineal gland.
Oh, my leg's
There's
about
some
to
stuff
fall
going on
out.
here. All right, good. So you're pushing the forehead into the knee. The back leg, your left leg is straight. Thighs pulled up nice and strong. Look at that. Good. You may need to bring your right hip back and your left hip forward. Maybe not, but just be aware of that.
Yeah, my shoulders is
Now,
straight.
if you've got your right leg straight, you bring your hands in
Oh,
prayer.
my shoulders is so.
And then we're going to change. You're going to come up, hands in prayer, go slow, belly in, use your abdominal strength, come all the way up. Very nice. Please pivot to the front, pivot to the left. Now the right toes are going to go in, and as the right toes go in, what does it do? Brings your right hip forward. Okay, good. Very nice. Take an inhale. Exhale. Tuck your chin to your chest, so your throat is choked. It's that compression of the thyroid and the parathyroid, and go on down. You're gonna pull your belly in. You're gonna really flush out those adrenals. There's so much good stuff going on in all these poses. Come all the way down. Good. Bend your knee when you need to. Separate your hands on the floor. It's gonna help you balance. There you go. Forehead to knee connection. That's what we're going for here in this pose. So wherever you're at, can't get your forehead to knee. You got like too much here. You can't get it in. Don't worry. We want to go for that compression in the front side. We get this opening in the back side, and then the forehead's going to go to the knee. All right, great. The middle point of your spine should be the highest point up towards the ceiling as best you can. Maybe your right hip needs to go forward and your left hip needs to go back. Right leg is nice and straight. Good, and let's change. Palms together. Slowly come on up. Good, straighten your legs as you come on up, all the way up.
Strap.
Pivot to face the front. Feet together, arms down by your side.
My hips are incredibly short today.
Great.
Mine will have to.
We're gonna do toe stand. This is you either do the tree pose and half lotus or toe stand. Tim, you'll do the tree pose and I'll go into the toe stand. So let's begin. Bring the body weight onto your left leg.
A little here.
And now you're gonna grab your right foot. Use both hands to get your foot.
And from here we're
You
gonna
grab it
go.
from the inside of your left hand and just let the right knee drop down. If you can, bring your right hand up. Maybe you can bring your left hand up, but my foot usually slips, so I hold on to it.
I'm not going over today.
So here in tree pose, the right knee is just heavy and down, and very gently the right knee pushes back and your spine lengthens. You're gonna hold it here. This is where you're at. If you want to move on to toe stand, you would bend the body forward from the lower spine, touch your hands on the floor, come all the way down, walk your hands to the sides of your body. Good, find one focal point. And this is my trickier side. Let's see what I can do today. I bring my left hand up, right hand, take a breath.
Maybe I can use the body.
Hands over the floor, we come on
I
up.
see that.
Bend your knees. Let's do a left side. So you got the right leg, we got balance, we got the left foot. We're gonna do tree pose. So this is the half lotus with the legs here. So you have the right hand holding on to the left foot, allowing the left knee to drop down. We don't
Okay,
want
now-
to push it, you know, we want to be gentle. We don't want to go into any like shooting kind of pains, but to a point where we're like, okay, I feel something I haven't felt before, and I'm going to take a breath here. Moving on to toe stand, you're going to bend your body. Forward, hands to the floor, you come on down. Hands to either side. Good. Try to get your shoulders in alignment, navel in. Left hand. Right hand.
I need today to be over.
And then change.
My hips are too sore. Ow.
Great. Lie down. You have heard a nice savasana. So you're going to lie on down. So please lie down on your mat. Your palms are gonna face up towards the ceiling. You can separate them a little further from your body if it feels good. You're gonna keep your eyes open because this is just a transition. We're using Shavasana as a transition to the floor. So just take a moment to really feel your body here on the ground. You just take a few breaths. And we're going to move on to lift ringing pose. So please bend your right knee, interlace all 10 fingers below your right knee. You're going to pull your right knee down towards your right shoulder. Good. There you go. Okay, so you're going to pull your right knee down until you feel a compression in that right hip joint, and you're just going to hold it there. If your left calf is coming up off the floor, you would flex your left foot. Sometimes I just do this just to lengthen out the left leg. And if my calf is on the floor, then just relax the foot. You pull the right knee down towards the right shoulder. If your rib cage is in the way, you can pull the knee a little bit out to the right and then just hold it here. Good, and change. Release your right leg down. And then your left leg comes on up. Interlace the fingers. Take an inhale. Exhale and pull the knee down towards the shoulder. Good. So we're getting this healthy compression here in the hip joint. We're getting some compression on the colon. You know, this practice is a complete system for rejuvenation and allowing your body to have a moment to heal itself. You know, you come to your mat and you just create this space for you and all the gifts of wisdom in the body just flow. Very beautiful. Let's change. Bring it on down. Please bring both legs up. And you're going to hug your knees into your chest. There you go. Look at that. Good. So if you can, grab onto your elbow tips. Drop your head back down on the ground. Good. If that's too tight of a grip, you can grab onto your forearms or your wrists. Maybe you can't, maybe you can grab your hands. Maybe you can't grab anything. If you had a yoga strap or a towel, you can hold onto the towel and walk your hands closer together into the grip. But here, what you're doing is going to relax your toes. Feel your spine lowering down. As you hug your knees down into your chest, just feel the spine start to lengthen a little bit longer. Shoulders, just feel them kind of pull down into the mat to help hug your knees in close. And then change, come on down, very nice. And you just take a breath. So these like mini Shavasanas, just to take a conscious breath, 1 or 2 breaths is all you need. And now we're going to move on to a sit-up. So please inhale your arms up over your head, flex your feet. We're going to take an inhale here and come up on your exhale and try to touch your toes. Double bless exhale out by the mouth as you roll forward. Then let's turn around. We're going to get into cobra pose. But you're going to lay on your stomach for the next few poses. Great. So you bring your hands out by your sides, just like Tim here. Beautiful. Your elbows are up. Let's bring the toes together to touch. And your legs, you're going to squeeze your legs together and push your hips down into the ground. So you have this really firm foundation in the legs. Take a moment here to roll your shoulders away from the ears and feel your hands on the ground here. Your chin is out and your neck is on the floor. You're going to take an inhale breath and gently peel the upper body up off the floor. It's kind of like a mini cobra. You want to keep your belly button down on the floor. This is great. So eyes are open and you're looking forward. Be sure the shoulders are away from the ears. And then the elbows are into the sides of the body. And think of your elbow tips reaching down towards your hips. Push your feet down into the floor. Good. And you just take a breath or 2 here. And come on down. Very nice. Bring your arms by your side and just turn your head to the right. And you just take that back. Let's do it again. Palms are flat on the floor. Legs are together, nice and strong, hips down. Inhale, breathing, and begin. Come on up into cobra pose. We're going to do all these poses twice. Second one, look at the flexibility that's been gained. The body knows to go right back to it and come on down. Arms by your side, then turn your head to the left. Now when your head is turned to the side, have your eyes open and just have a light focal point. So you don't want to be looking around. Just want to find maybe a point on your yoga mat or maybe your water bottle or just one palms are gonna face the floor. And I know for Tim, this has been a huge pose. He was on the verge of carpal tunnel, all kinds of stuff. This is his pose. Chin is out, neck is long on the floor. Okay, relax your left leg. So the palms are down like this. Okay, like you're gonna hit a volleyball. Lift your right leg up. Good. There it is. So right leg is lifted and the right hip is down on the right forearm, creating a compression. So this is what helps to heal carpal tunnel, tennis elbow, that kind of stuff. The right leg is long, right hip is down, and change. Bring it on down. Left leg, point your left toe, lift it on up. So the left hip is down, creating that compression. Now maybe you can't get your arms under your body yet. That's okay. Try to get your hands. Try little bit by little bit, they'll start to get closer and closer together. Then bring it on down. Now you're gonna do both legs. So bring your mouth down onto your yoga mat. Good. Readjust your arms. Try to get them closer together. Squeeze your legs nice and tight. Take an inhale breath and begin. Both legs lift up off the floor. Great. We're gonna lift the legs up and go up. Push your palms down. Push your body weight forward into your chest and shoulders as
Bonus
legs go
stretch is
up.
done. Thank God for that.
Arms out from underneath. Turn your head to the right. Take a breath. Good. Let's do it again. Lift your palms to face the floor. Arms under the body. Great. To get your arms under the body, think of making them longer and then bring them under. That does help. Okay, right leg lift it on up. 40 degrees, about 40 degrees of the leg or so. Good. Right hip is down. Body weight's pressing forward, and then you just take a breath. You know, you get into the pose, find a place where you can just be still. And then you just be still. Nothing wrong with being still in these poses as well. Good, bring it on down. Lift it on up. Great. Sometimes we need that movement to like shift and to feel and get into things, you know. And then be sure with each pose, you just have a moment where you just still and you just
You made it.
okay, good. And bring it on
You
down.
made it.
And you might start to find set up the second side of the down. You might start to find more moments where you can just be still and hold, right? Okay, let's squeeze the legs tight. Inhale, breath. There you go. Both legs lift up off the floor. Good. Try to get your legs up off the floor. Keep your knees straight. Squeeze your glutes. Try to get your thighs up off the floor a little bit more for 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Very nice. Arms out from underneath you. So that's a lot on your wrists and your elbows. You can make fists with your hands, and fists and release, fist and release. That can feel good after that. Good. Let's do a full lotus pose. Arms out to your side like a bird or a jet plane, depending on which space you have here. Squeeze your legs together. Good. Inhale, breathe in, begin. Lift your arms and your legs up off the ground. There you go. Good. So the arms lift up. It's going to lift the chest up and the legs lift up. Be sure to keep your legs straight. You're kind of on that fleshy part of your belly. Arms up and legs up. And come on down. Arms down. Turn to the right. Let's do a second set. Arms out to your side.
Congratulations on
All right.
completing
Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Feel your hips push down into the floor. And on an inhale, breath, begin. Lift up and go up. Good. Nice, strong breathing. The arms are lifting up. Feel that strength come all into your back. Good. Legs are going to lift up. And you just hold it. Are you breathing? You know, it's not a long, deep breath in these poses, in some of these poses, but air is still going in and out. Good. Change. Come on down. Arms by your side. Turn forward.
This is where your center of gravity comes from. Actually, the stability center is the center of your core.
One of my favorites is floor bow, so please bend your hands and grab your feet
Which we're
from the
going to do
outside.
this week. We're actually going to get you guys on your hands or get you other side down, finally.
Here you go.
But I really wanted to make sure
Chin
that
is
you
out,
have the
neck is long.
foundations that you need
Take an
first.
inhale, breath,
So that
and
when we come
begin.
to
Start to
that
kick your feet
platform,
back and then up towards the ceiling. That's going to lift the upper body up off the ground. I know you can feel it. This is an awesome shoulder opening. So the more you kick back, it's going to open up the shoulders. And the higher you kick the toes up, it's going to lift that upper body up. And just take one more breath, feel it, and now come on down. Set it away. Arms by your side, turn to the right, toes touch.
And that's what we're going to do. Welcome to week
And you just take a breath.
do it.
chin looks great here. You take another breath, and you come on down. Good, turn to the left, arms by your side. You know, you don't wanna get caught up on any one pose. Well, I gotta do that again, I gotta do this longer. Just do it for the time that's allowed in the session, in your practice, and just move on to the next. You can always come back to it the next day, or later in the day. All right, let's come on up. Let's get into fixed firm pose. So please come up here to the top of your mat, right up here. Good, you're gonna separate your feet and sit your hips down in between your heels. This is a big one, right? How are you here?
This is a tough one.
This is a tough one. You're gonna stay, bring your hands here. You're gonna stay right there. That's good for you, right? That's good for 10. Okay, this is a big stretch, right? So, you're gonna keep your hands on the floor, and over time your hips are gonna start to go down and touch the floor. Maybe you're like where I'm at flexibility. Maybe you're where Tim's at. Maybe you're in the middle. Maybe you're just here, you know? Alright, you're moving on. Bring your right hand to your right foot, left hand to your left foot. You're gonna go down right elbow, and then your left elbow. And then, maybe this is enough. Feel the knees down, gently going in. And then, if you can, right shoulder, left shoulder. Then if you can, elbows, arms up over your head, elbows into the palms of your hands. And you take a breath. Stomach and chest are lifted up towards the ceiling, so your spine is making a healing bridge. Feel like the knees are gently pressing down to the floor and then gently in towards each other here. Good, and let's come on up. So I'm gonna come up one elbow at a time. Good. And then from here, let's just swing your legs out so that they're in front of you. Good. And just shake your legs out for a second here. Just shake your legs out. Don't lay down just yet. Just shake your legs out. Okay, good. And lay down in Shavasana. And take a breath. And now get you to sit up. Arms up over your head. Inhale, come on up. Double blast exhale. Try to touch your toes. Good. And let's do it again. So we're going to get into fixed firm a second time. So, you know, you have the first time gives you the roadmap, so now you kind of know what you're working with. So you're going to set it up. So your hands may be on the floor like Tim here. This is just straight. His knees are together and the feet are apart. You're going fully into the posture. I guess I could demonstrate that again if you need another visual. Or maybe first set you're here and second set you're like, oh, I want to go, I think I can open up a little more. Feel the right elbow touch the floor, then the left elbow. Be sure your knees do not open wider than your hips, okay? But it is okay for them to separate a little bit. And then one shoulder at a time. Oh, that's so good. Arms up over your head, elbows into palms. You know, it's nice to practice at home. You can say that, oh, this is, you know, you can make all kinds of sounds that maybe your body needs you to make. All right, let's take a breath. Let's inhale.
That's too much, bro.
Let's come on up.
Can't do that.
I just cracked myself up. Okay. We gotta have a good time too, you know, like life is so full. We need to have all these expressions, all these feelings. All right, let's do a setup. Arms up over your head. Inhale, exhale. Try to touch your toes. Double blast. Exhale. Okay, great. Let's come sitting on the knees for half tortoise pose. Come more towards the back of your yoga mat, please. We'll face this wall. Inhale your arms up over your head sideways. Hands will go into a prayer position, thumbs crossed. Yep. Try to bring your arms to your ears. Take
high
slow
stud
down.
stuff, bro.
Take a
I
few
feel
breaths, honor your body. This is just where you're at for right now.
Where them numbers
Then
are.
you're gonna change. Squeeze the knees together, pull the navel in, and come on up. I'm gonna push your hips down. Good. Ah, whoops. Okay, arms down. You do a little shavasana. Just lay on down. Good. Palms facing up and you breathe. Just take a breath. Let's do a sit-up. Arms up over the head. Cross your thumbs. Flex your feet. Come on up. Try to touch your toes.
Yeah, that's done. Let's go.
Very nice. And now you get to do
We're gonna
this
come to
again. Alright. So you're sitting your hips on the heels, arms up over the head. Good. And come on down. So pull your navel in and you're working your way down into the pose. You feel a big lower back stretch here for you? Okay.
Very young.
Good. Forehead is going to touch the ground. Yeah, or almost, you know, whatever's going on is going on. So try to straighten out your arms and just have your little bit pinky finger on the floor. And then just work with where you're at. Just work with where you're at, right? Just do what you can. Squeeze your knees together. Take an inhale breath and bring your body up. Abdominal strength. Come on up. Great. You're doing great. Turn around. Take a breath. All right, so that's his hardest pose. You know, we all got one. Thank you for sharing that with us, right? Why don't you comment on the video? What is your hardest pose? You know, let's break it down. Let's really share with each other here because we all got one, right? Let's do a sit-up. Arms up over your head and come on up.
Just in this one,
Let's do camel pose. Stand up on your knees. Great. Bring your hands to your lower back. So fingers face down, thumbs are on the outside. This is beautiful. It's bringing its elbows in. The chest is already open. Take an inhale breath, lift your chest up, drop your head back, good. And come on down halfway. Good, hips are gonna press forward. Good, this looks good. Don't go down any more than that. Keep the stomach, thighs, and hips pressed forward. If you can, you bring your right hand to your right foot and your left hand to your left foot. But if that's too much, you're gonna keep your hands on your lower back. Just really see where your body is at. Feel this beautiful opening all down the front side of your body. And change. Come on up. Good. Turn around, relax.
capability.
Take a breath. Let's do a sit-up. Arms up over your head, toes back, double last exhale. Come on up. Great. Come on up for your second set of camel. I think I'll do a camel with you. So Tim, come to the top of your mat and I'll do a camel behind you. Okay. So we have the hands on the lower back. Let's take an inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, drop your head back. You go down halfway. Good. And then maybe Tim's just gonna stay there. That's perfect for him. I'm gonna grab onto my feet and then drop the head
2,
back.
3, 4.
And when you change, bring your hands to your lower back one by one. Turn around. Shavasana. There you go. I can already tell you feel like a new person. Okay, sit up, arms up, toes back. Come on up. All right, we're gonna go into rabbit pose. So you're gonna sit your hips on the heels. So good, the knees are together, and you kind of start with a loose grip with the rabbit pose on the heels. Good. From here, you're gonna tuck your chin to your chest, pull your navel in, and round down through the spine. You're gonna try to touch your forehead to the knees. It may not happen, but you're gonna try. The top of the head is on the floor, and then you push your hips up like you're gonna do a somersault. Good. Now bring a little bit of body weight on your head and try to walk your knees up one by one to your forehead. And then from there, transfer the body weight. You want most of the body weight on your knees and on your arms squeezing against your legs. This looks really nice. Then your hips are going to push up towards the ceiling. The navel slowly, the hips go to the heels, rounding up through the spine, the head will come up last. Great, and relax. And you take a breath. All right, so sit up, arms up over your head, lower it out, come on up. And let's do that one more time. So you start with that loose grip on the outside of the heels. You take an inhale, exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, pull the belly in. So you round your spine here. Come on down. It's like you're rolling up a yoga mat. As you go down, you're just trying to round the spine more and more. Good, get the nice grip on the heels. The hips are gonna push up. You're doing the best you can to get that forehead and knee connection. You know, your hair is on top of your head. You're gonna wanna push it back. You don't want, when you're in this pose, you don't want to be looking right or left, okay? You just want to keep the spine nice and safe here and stabilized. Squeeze your arms against your legs, pull your navel in, and just keep reaching your hips up. Good, and change, come on up, slowly come up. Good, and please lie down in Shavasana. Alright, we're doing great. Arms up over your head, flex your feet, come on up, double blast exhale. Great. We're doing some separate leg stretching. You're going to bring your right leg out to the corner. Yep. Let's face this way, and let's switch your bum back this way towards the wall. Okay. A little bit more even. So the right leg's going to come out, you're going to bend the left knee. Now, yeah, we're going to bend the left knee, the left soles of the go in. Now, what I'm going to do for Tim has got tight hips. This is called the yoga bolster. Sit on a yoga bolster. Okay. I'm going to do one next to you. Sitting, elevating your, like if you're here, you cannot get your spine straight. Sit on a pillow or a yoga bolster. Does that help? Okay, it's going to help hips open. It's going to help you in the pose. I don't need that support, so I will not use one. Arms up over your head, interlace your 10 fingers, and then come down and try to grab your right knee. If you can't grab your foot, you're going to bend your right knee, and then grab your foot. Bend as much as you need to, so you're all good. Grab your pose, chin to chest, and bring your forehead to your knee. Perfect, very good. Now I have, great, so there you go. The chin is to the chest, the forehead is to the knee, and you're grabbing your foot. Bending the knee if you need to, pushing the forehead to the knee, straighten out the leg. Now, if you've already got your forehead to the knee and leg straight, start to bend your elbows, and bring your elbows down close. Good, and let's come on up. First, let's switch out the legs. If you need the support of bringing your arms down, just switch out your legs and bring your arms down. If you don't, leave your arms up. Good, take an inhale. Exhale, chin to chest, come on down. So let's see, we're going to bend your knee as much as you need to, grabbing onto the foot. Very nice. So if you're here with the knee bend, applying pressure forward to knee, eventually the leg will straighten out. If you are not going to do it, you're going to focus on the knee bend. So let's drop the right shoulder in the middle. Good, and then come on up. Okay, so Tim, just bring both legs out straight this way, and this way, and just do a quick sit-up to realign your spine. Good, double back, good. All right, stay right here. This is great. You're going to grab onto your two big toes using your first two fingers. Bend your knees and grab onto your toes. Good, great, there it is. Lengthening your spine, you have a nice long spine. You could sit on a yoga bolster here, but you look pretty good. I don't think you need it for here. Then from here, if your knees are bending, you're just going to work on straightening out your legs, okay? I will demonstrate it. So you have the straight legs, and you're grabbing onto your
practice.
Okay, right leg out cornerwise. We're gonna bend the left knee. Arms up over the head. Turn to the right. Grab your foot. Good.
Stay strong.
Forehead to knee. Let's bring that left shoulder down and in. And if you've got the grip of the foot, you're gonna bend your arms up to your elbows. Take a breath. And come on up. And let's switch out the legs. And when you're ready, going down to the left. And roll your right shoulder down. If you have the leg long, you can bend your elbows. And come on up. Great. Tim, bring both legs out front here, please. Do a quick sit up to realign the spine. Good. Grab onto your toes, palms face each other with those first two fingers. And then I'll demonstrate right here. Okay. Here we go. We're going to take an inhale breath. And as you exhale, you're either going to try to make your legs a little bit longer. You're going to bend your arms at the elbows as you pull. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Just go a little bit deeper. Micro movements are good. You have 2 more breaths. Just go where you can. Feel that sensation in your body. You got another breath. Good. And change the sign back. Alright, we have one final pose. It's a spine twist. Arms up over your head. Good. I'll do a spine twist with you too. So scooch your bum up here. Scooch your go up here, I'll go back here. Okay. Let's face this way. And you're gonna bend your right leg on the floor and bring your left knee up and over that corner. How is that for you? Good. Okay, good. Bring your left arm behind you. So your left arm is like a kickstand to make your spine straight. Inhale your right arm up. And bring your right arm up and over that left knee. You're gonna try to grab the right knee that's down on the floor. Then your chin's gonna look over your shoulder. You're gonna twist your spine. But you're gonna pull your navel in. Look back towards me. I'm just talking to you in camera. Good. Rotate at the shoulders. Lower spine, middle spine, upper spine. Put in the change. And let's switch the legs. Let's say you cannot bend this bottom knee. You can always keep it extended out in front for the spine twist. I will demonstrate that. Okay, good. So you have the right arm behind you like a kickstand. Left arm up. Over. If you can grab the knee on the floor, right. You can grab onto your yoga mat. Chin looks over the shoulder. The navel pulls in. Twisting from the middle, lower, upper spine. Good. And you gently change. Good. Let's do it. Lie down for just a second here, because we're going to do one last breathing exercise. Good. Sit on up. You're ready. Let's do it. Okay, you're going to turn around, sit your hips on the knees. Is this okay for you to sit like this? Okay. If you're sitting like this and you're like, this is very uncomfortable, then you're going to, you sit like this. You just sit cross-legged. And you know what? Why not? Let's sit on a bolster. Okay, this is your final breathing exercise. We're going to do breath of fire. We're just going to do 1 round of it. It's going to, on the exhale, the navel snaps back towards your belly. So it looks and sounds like this. So as you exhale, navel goes in. Don't even think about the inhale. Just do the best you can with it. We're just going to do 1 set together. So let's inhale to begin.
That's the longest one I've ever held. It's kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, that's pretty good. Let's go the other leg.
Thank you, Tim, very much.
One more time this
for being our yoga student for today. And you're gonna lie down in your Ardha Shavasana.
Other side.
Once under your knees. Okay, so it's a very detoxifying, cleansing breath. You always want to finish with Shavasana. So here in Shavasana, your palms are faced up towards the ceiling. That feels good. You can open up your arms a little bit further apart. You can open up your legs a little bit wider now if you'd like. And you're going to close your eyes. And just let your eyes sink deeply into their sockets. Relax your jaw.
My brother
If
and
your tongue is pressed to the
My
roof of
brother
your
had-
mouth, just let your tongue drop. It helps to disengage the mind. Broaden the landscape of your forehead. Release your eyebrows. And just allow your body to feel heavy. Allowing the floor to circulate in your body. You just know all your work is done. This pose is called Shavasana, and it is a complete pose within itself. You can practice this pose for about 20 minutes, and it would completely restore the systems of the body. So just know that this ending pose, you can do for a few minutes, up to 20 minutes. The longer you do it, the more your body will have to absorb the benefits of its practice and really start to realign itself with optimal health and healing. It's been a pleasure practicing with Tim and with all of you at home or wherever you are in the world. And I love getting your comments and just random emails from people all over the world who are practicing. And it really fills my heart with such joy that I can share this practice with you all. Namaste.
Let's go through what has to be done. We've been at this for too long.
Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now December 6th of 2020, and ever since the very end of the Skywalker saga, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney, Lucasfilm, Bob Iger, Bob Chapek, you name it, and exactly what George, John, and Dave have to offer in the next couple of years. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one exciting aspect about the future of Star Wars is that we do know that as of right now, a lot of Star Wars fans are just really kind of shifting over to The Mandalorian as their main source of content because of the massive amount of content that Jon Favreau is really introducing to the fans, especially with the characters of Boba Fett, Ahsoka Tano, and more. So one thing that Jon Favreau is getting right about this new Star Wars universe is that he knows what the fans actually want to see, either on the big screen or at home on a streaming service, and he knows exactly what characters are very much important by George Lucas. So with that being said, of course, obviously a lot of changes are being made behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm in order for Disney to truly focus on this new expanded universe that is an ever-evolving franchise. So when we look at The Mandalorian Season 2, it obviously took off to a different level, with the introduction of Ahsoka and Boba Fett getting a lot of action sequences, and more to come in the last remaining 2 episodes. Fans are going very much crazy as to what's coming up next. So beyond all of this, now that the Skywalker saga is over, both Disney and Lucasfilm are now focused on their new Star Wars universe and more in order to evolve the franchise moving forward. It's explained that one major plan by Lucasfilm is to focus on the character of Ahsoka Tano and her impact on the future of Disney Plus Star Wars series. It's explained that Disney is focusing on developing their Ahsoka Tano spin-off project for Disney Plus that will indeed feature Rosario Dawson.
Hell yeah.
That will take place in these two new eras.
Hell yeah.
The first of which will be based before The Mandalorian Season 1, and the second era that Disney is aiming for is a point in time based after The Mandalorian Season 4, with a significant time jump that will feature a side story of Ahsoka Tano and her knowledge of Palpatine's survival and the secret of Palpatine's granddaughter, Rey. So let's stop right there for a second. I can only imagine that this is going to be a very controversial decision. The fact that Disney is aiming to connect The Mandalorian and the Ahsoka Tano spin-off project to the sequel trilogy in order to change aspects of it. I'm just not quite sure how a lot of fans are going to take that, to be honest. I think that a lot of fans out there are very fed up with what happened with episode 8 and 9, and they don't want to really remember about what happened or be reminded of what happened. I can see where Jon Favreau is coming from, really kind of looking at The Mandalorian as a vessel to kind of fix many different aspects of the sequel trilogy movies, and this is definitely an avenue that he is taking. So I do got to give him a lot of credit for that at the very minimum. So apart from this is where things begin to even pick up more so, is that it's explained that Favreau is aiming to make a big connection to Rey in the project, where Ahsoka is aiming to be the one responsible to let Luke Skywalker know who the girl Rey really is and where she comes from during her time on Jakku as a child. It's noted that the Ahsoka Tano spin-off project will also show fans the rise of the First Order, and that Favreau is planning to bring Snoke back into the equation in a different way for that actual era. Now, the era before Mando Season 1 is set to also feature Thrawn as the new big bad villain in the project, and that this is also going to happen in The Mandalorian Season 3 to set him up. So, we already got a tease of Thrawn in Ahsoka Tano's episode in Season 2, specifically Chapter 13, where she says, "Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?" That was obviously Jon Favreau really setting up something major for Season 3, and that's exactly what it was. So, if we look at everything of what Favreau and Dave Filoni are planning with George Lucas by their side, you can already see that Disney Plus is going to be the home of a miniature universe, if you will, between Ahsoka, Thrawn, Ezra Bridger, Luke Skywalker, and all these fan favorite characters in the mix that are going to be used in this universe, if you will, that's going to introduce these characters that will eventually spawn into their own individual projects, if that makes a lot of sense. So, though Ahsoka is going to be in a couple of Mandalorian seasons, it's going to eventually branch off into her own project. That's exactly what they want to do with some of the characters there. It's basically testing the waters to see the fan reactions of these live-action versions of the characters from the animated series. So, like I said before in the past, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Some unknown thousands of years before the events of the Star Wars films, an energy field known as the Force comes into existence on a mysterious planet known as the Wellspring of Life. Three beings known as the Father, the Daughter, and the Son are all born as well. The Daughter embodies the light side of the Force, the Son embodies the dark, and the Father keeps their power in check in the realm of Mortis. Sentient beings evolve and spread throughout the galaxy. The planet Batuu becomes a central hub at the crossroads of many sub-light speed trade routes. However, the development of hyperspace technology allows for the further exploration and colonization of the galaxy, leaving the planet a relic of the past. figurative Prime Jedi is born, and Force-sensitive creatures gather on the planet Ahch-To with the purpose of starting the Jedi Order. They construct a temple and a village on one of the islands there. The Old Republic is founded, and the Jedi dedicate themselves to the preservation of peace and justice among its citizens. They spread their influence to more worlds, including Ilum and Jedha. Both planets become sacred to the Jedi as major sources of kyber crystals used in the construction of their lightsabers. An unidentified rogue Jedi splits from the Order, taking with him a number of followers, sparking the 100-Year Darkness and the creation of the Sith Order. A Sith temple is erected on Malachor, and at its heart is a superweapon powered by a massive kyber crystal. The Jedi attack the temple, and in the Great Scourge of Malachor, the superweapon is fired, petrifying nearly all participants in the battle. The survivors of the Sith Order retreat to a planet called Moraban, making it their new headquarters. Another splinter group of the Jedi, called the Ordu Espectu, begins researching the secrets of immortality. The Jedi oppose their quest, so the Ordu desperately sends their fortress through hyperspace to an unknown location where it is lost. A disturbed artist named Momin is discovered to be Force-sensitive and trained by the Sith Lady Shah. He eventually kills her, creates a superweapon, and attacks the planet Mustafar. The Jedi thwart the attack and take Momin's helmet for safekeeping. Perhaps in that very same attack, Mustafar's Force-sensitive ruler, Lady Corvax, loses her husband. She attempts to bring him back to life through the use of a relic known as the Bright Star. The ritual fails and throws the planet into unbalanced, lava-covered chaos. The Sith Empire spreads. The Darkseid users briefly control the galaxy and build a shrine on the planet Coruscant. 1,000 years later, Jedi and Republic forces successfully drive their Sith enemies away. Attempting to remove Darkseid energies from the planet, 4 Jedi Masters build a new Jedi temple on top of the Sith shrine. In the midst of fighting with the Sith, the Jedi encounter a warrior people known as Mandalorians. Fearful of the Jedi's mystical powers in the Force, the Mandalorians develop new technology to combat them on equal ground, and the Mandalorian Wars begin. Despite their differences, the Jedi accept a Mandalorian named Tar Vizsla into their ranks. He creates a unique lightsaber called the Darksaber, and after his death, it's stored in the Jedi Temple. The final conflict of the Mandalorian Wars occurs on Mandalore, the heart of the Mandalorian Empire. Their homeworld is devastated and scorched into a lifeless desert. The Sith Wars continue for thousands of years. Battles are fought on many planets, including Takodana, on the exact site where Maz Kanata will one day build her castle. The final confrontation is again on Coruscant. The Mandalorians, possibly in league with the Sith, use the opportunity to infiltrate the Jedi Temple and reclaim Tar Vizsla's Darksaber. The Sith are defeated, leaving Darth Bane as the sole survivor. Realizing that his peers' lust for power and infighting were a key element in their downfall, he takes on a single apprentice and begins the Rule of Two. Living in secret, the Sith could grow more powerful not only in the Force, but politically as well, until they could orchestrate the downfall of the Jedi and the return of the Sith Empire. As a result of the Sith Wars, the Old Republic collapses and is reformed into the Galactic Republic. Believing the Sith to be extinct, the Jedi Order rebuilds. About 500 years later, the Citadel is constructed to imprison rogue Jedi in hopes of preventing any future uprisings like the 100-Year Darkness. But the Galactic Republic largely knows nothing but peace for 800 years after its creation. This era of tranquility becomes known as the High Republic. The Republic and the Jedi Order both seek great expansion of their borders and control of the galaxy until they are attacked by a group of raiders known as the Nihil. A calamity known as the Great Disaster is the catalyst for significant change in the galaxy, including the beginning of the end for the Jedi. During both the times of peace and conflict with the Nihil, the Sith Order continues to remain hidden thanks to the Rule of Two. Darth Plagueis and his apprentice Darth Sidious are the latest Sith in Darth Bane's lineage. After learning everything he can from his master, Sidious kills Plagueis in his sleep. Darth Sidious is publicly known as Senator Sheev Palpatine of Naboo, and his ultimate goal is to manufacture a galactic conflict that will throw the Republic into chaos and allow him to seize political power. He meets the Night Sister Mother Talzin and takes her son Maul as his new apprentice. Together they travel to the ruined Malachor, where Maul witnesses the history of the Sith and is instilled with an intense hatred and desire for revenge against the Jedi. A Jedi Padawan named Mace Windu travels with his master, Sislin Mur, to the planet Mathas, where they arrest a man taking advantage of the locals by masquerading as Jedi. Another young Padawan named Qui-Gon Jinn becomes the apprentice of Jedi Master Dooku. Together, they research the prophecies of ancient Jedi mystics. Dooku's friend and fellow Jedi Master Sifo Dyas has visions of an upcoming conflict and attempts to warn the Galactic Republic. He is dismissed as a warmonger and removed from the Jedi Council. He takes matters into his own hands by commissioning the Kaminoans to create a clone army for the Republic, which catches the attention of Sidious. After Qui-Gon's promotion to Jedi Knight, his former master becomes disillusioned with the Jedi Order and peacefully steps down from his position, returning to his homeworld of Sereno. A slave named Shmi Skywalker gives birth to a fatherless son she names Anakin, who is conceived purely by the will of the cosmic force. Qui-Gon takes on an apprentice of his own named Obi-Wan Kenobi. During a mission to the planet Pyjal, he receives a vision through the Force that convinces him the ancient Jedi prophecies are true. At the age of 3, Anakin and his mother become the property of the junk dealer Watto on the remote desert planet Tatooine. The Mandalorian people experience civil war as Duchess Satine Kryze attempts to shift their culture from that of conquerors into pacifists. The militant group known as Death Watch wants to assassinate the Duchess, so Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are tasked with her protection. They live on the run for a year, and Obi-Wan and Satine develop feelings for each other, but when the war comes to an end, the Duchess returns to Mandalore to lead her now pacifist people, and Obi-Wan continues his Jedi training. Meanwhile, the Jedi Master Yoda follows the call of the Force to a war-torn planet called Bagadar. There he learns to control a unique aspect of the Force known as Stone Power and brings peace to the inhabitants. A Jedi Master named Eno Cordova and his Padawan, Seer Junda, are sent to the planet Ontotho to settle a dispute between the locals and an interloping corporation. There, Cordova first encounters a mysterious Force-using species called the Zepho, sparking an obsession that he follows after Seer is elevated to the rank of Jedi Knight. Maul grows impatient of his master's plans and secrecy and seeks to test his power against a Jedi Padawan named Eldra Cadis. He kills her, much to his master's delight. Sidious begins the first phase of his master plan by engineering a blockade of his home planet. Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi are sent to end the dispute. They rescue the planet's ruler, Queen Padme Amidala, and are forced to retreat to Tatooine, where they meet Anakin Skywalker. Recognizing him to be the chosen one of Jedi prophecy, Qui-Gon arranges for Anakin's freedom and takes him back to Coruscant. The Galactic Republic's inability to solve the problems on Naboo reveals the ineffectiveness of the Senate and allows Palpatine to not only vote the Supreme Chancellor out of office, but also take the position for himself. Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Padme return to Naboo to remove the blockade by force. Darth Maul confronts them and cuts down Qui-Gon before being dealt a moral wound himself. Anakin is admitted to the Jedi Order as the Padawan of Obi-Wan. Despite the loss of Maul and the end of the blockade, Palpatine's goal is achieved and he sets his eyes on Anakin as Maul's replacement. But in the meantime, he begins training Dooku. Together they arrange for the death of Sifo Dyas and secretly take control of the clone army he commissioned. Anakin trains with Obi-Wan for 3 years, proving to be incredibly gifted in the Force. He falls under the mentorship of the Supreme Chancellor, who encourages the boy's thoughts that the Jedi Order are not what he expected. Anakin considers leaving the Order, but a mission with his master to the war-torn planet Carnelion 4 convinces him to stay. After serving 2 full terms as the Queen of Naboo, Padme Amidala is appointed to represent her planet in the Senate. She and her loyal handmaidens, including her body double Sabe, begin making political allies with other like-minded senators. 10 years after the blockade of Naboo, Dooku leads a number of star systems in seceding from the Republic, beginning the conflict that was foreseen by Sifo Dyas. The Republic Senate is hesitant to create an army. Dooku orders the assassination of Padme, who is a staunch opponent to Republic militarization. The assassination fails, Anakin is tasked with her protection, and the two fall in love. Anakin then has visions of his mother's kidnapping and death. He travels back to Tatooine to save her, but is too late. His mother dies in his arms, and he slaughters her captors in a rage. Meanwhile, Obi-Wan investigates the would-be assassins and discovers the clone army on Kamino. Fearing they have no other choice, the Senate grants Chancellor Palpatine emergency powers, give the Jedi Order command of the clones, and the Clone Wars begin. Anakin secretly marries Padme, rises to the rank of Jedi Knight, and is assigned a Padawan named Ahsoka Tano. The Republic discovers plans to a new superweapon in the hands of their enemies. Palpatine manipulates a small group of scientists and engineers into creating the weapon for themselves, but the super laser proves to be a challenging breakthrough. A cyborg separatist general named Grievous takes control of droid forces and wreaks havoc across the galaxy. Trained by Dooku himself, he claims many Jedi lives during the war. Jedi Master Mace Windu leads a small task force of Jedi to liberate the planet Hisric. One member of his team, Proset Dibs, believes the mission is not to protect the people of the planet, but instead to claim its resources. After securing Hisric, Dibs claims that the Jedi Order should not play a role in such a large-scale conflict and turns on Mace. He is defeated and found guilty of treason by the Jedi Council, who mercifully place him on probation. Dooku takes on an apprentice of his own, a Night Sister named Asajj Ventress. Sidious grows wary of Ventress's strength and demands that she be killed as a test of Dooku's loyalty. She escapes the attempt on her life and becomes a bounty hunter. Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka are led to the realm of Mortis by the Father, who seeks someone to take his place as the keeper of the daughter and the son. Anakin proves himself to be worthy of the task, but the Force wielders ultimately destroy themselves, and the Jedi return to the known galaxy. Anakin and Ahsoka grow close, but they both see the less noble side of the Jedi when Ahsoka is wrongly accused of murder and kicked out of the Order. Anakin clears her name, and she is invited back, but feeling betrayed by those she respected, she decides to leave. Anakin's trust in the Jedi Order is weakened. The true murderer is arrested and announces her belief that the Jedi have lost their way by openly serving in the Clone Wars. A young Padawan named Caleb Dume begins training under the Jedi Master Depa Billaba after they thwart a terrorist attack on the Jedi Temple together. Ahsoka learns what life is like for the regular people of the Republic when she meets the Martez sisters Trace and Rafa. She realizes that life is not as black and white as she once believed, and continues to see the faults in the Jedi Order who have lost touch with the people they are meant to protect. The Jedi gravely decide that the fastest way to end the Clone Wars would be the assassination of Count Dooku. Quinlan Vos is given the job, and he teams up with Asajj Ventress. The two fall in love on the mission, but Quinlan falls to the dark side as he gets close to Dooku. He is redeemed and returns to the Jedi when Asajj gives her life to save his. In the midst of a battle, a clone murders one of his Jedi generals. An investigation reveals the presence of an inhibitor chip placed in the minds of all clone soldiers. Only 2 clones learn the whole truth. One is killed by his brothers for supposed treason, and the other is captured and placed in stasis aboard a Separatist cruiser, which becomes lost in space. When Padme goes missing near the planet Batuu on the edges of wild space, Anakin investigates and meets a Chiss tactical genius named Thrawn. They track down Padme, and together they all shut down a Separatist factory. Maul, having miraculously survived his injuries at the Battle of Naboo, takes control of the planet Mandalore and leadership of the Mandalorian Death Watch, claiming the Darksaber for himself. He kills Duchess Satine in front of Obi-Wan as an act of revenge. Maul's actions catch the eye of his former master, who sees him as a potential rival and puts an end to his crusade by chasing him throughout the galaxy and killing his mother, Talzin. Maul regroups on Mandalore, hoping to lure Obi-Wan and Anakin into a trap, but Ahsoka leads the attack instead. With the help of Satine's sister, Bo-Katan, she is able to capture Maul. As the siege of Mandalore begins, war comes to Coruscant for the first time in 1,000 years. Anakin confronts and kills Count Dooku, again leaving Sidious without an apprentice. Obi-Wan travels to Utapau, where he destroys General Grievous. Padme becomes pregnant with Anakin's child, and he begins to have visions of her death. Desperate to save her, he seeks advice from Palpatine, who not only reveals that he is a Sith Lord, but that he has the power to save Padme. Anakin joins Sidious and takes up the name Darth Vader for a chance to save his wife. He betrays the Jedi Order, helps kill Mace Windu, and leads an attack on the Jedi Temple. Simultaneously, Palpatine issues a command to all clones that triggers their chips to kill the Jedi. Within moments, most of the Jedi Order is destroyed. Anakin is then sent to Mustafar to assassinate the remaining leaders of the Confederacy of Independent Systems. With their deaths, the Clone Wars come to an end. Having no one left to oppose him, Palpatine transitions the Republic into the First Galactic Empire and proclaims himself Emperor of the Galaxy. Caleb, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, and Yoda survive the initial attack on the Jedi, although the chaos allows Maul to escape Republic custody. Yoda confronts Sidious while Obi-Wan confronts Anakin. Yoda is defeated and goes into exile on the planet Dagobah. Anakin is dismembered and badly burned, but left clinging to life by Obi-Wan. Padme dies giving birth to twins she names Luke and Leia. Leia is hidden with Senator Bail Organa on the planet Alderaan, and Obi-Wan takes Luke to his aunt and uncle on Anakin's homeworld, Tatooine. Darth Sidious informs Darth Vader that his wife and child are dead. Sabe is suspicious of Padme's death and is contacted by Bail, who requests her presence on Alderaan. Anakin is forced to wear a biomechanical suit in order to survive, and he takes up his position as apprentice to Darth Sidious. He constructs a Sith lightsaber using the Kyber Crystal of a fallen Jedi, and is then placed in charge of the Empire's Jedi killers known as the Inquisitorius. Made up of fallen Jedi, they are tasked with hunting down and destroying any Jedi that survived the Clone Wars. One of those survivors, the Chief Archivist of the Jedi Order, Jocasta Nu, returns to the Jedi Temple to recover a list of Force-sensitive children. She is caught and killed in the process, but the list is also destroyed. Her actions lead the Emperor to find a vault full of ancient Force relics, including the helmet of Sith Lord Momin. The superweapon known as the Death Star continues construction, and the brilliant scientist Galen Erso is manipulated into designing the super laser. Caleb is forced to abandon the ways of the Jedi in order to remain hidden. He changes his name to Kanan Jarrus. Word of a Jedi hiding on Mon Cala reaches the ears of the Empire, so Vader takes a handful of Inquisitors, including the former Jedi Proset Divs, to eliminate him. They are successful, and the Mon Calamari people find themselves completely subjugated with their king, Lee Char, taken hostage. Ahsoka hides in the Outer Rim for a year until she meets Bail Organa. They join forces to help systems that have fallen under the oppression of the Empire, and she takes up the codename Fulcrum. Thanks to the help of a high-ranking Imperial, Galen Erso discovers that he is constructing a weapon of terrible power for the Empire and escapes to the Outer Rim with the help of a Rebel and Clone Wars veteran named Saw Gerrera. Darth Vader, the Inquisitors, and their Purge Troopers continue their hunt for surviving Jedi for the next 5 years. Sidious has doubts regarding Vader's loyalty, and engineers attest for their survival at the rebellious planet Ryloth. Their ship is shot down, and Vader is forced to more fully embrace the dark side to keep them alive. Having destroyed most of the surviving Jedi, Darth Vader is gifted a planet from him.
That's it for the day. Have a mighty Monday. Be mighty, one mighty.